The heartbeat of competition, the drama of the moment. This is NASCAR on McBlam Racing.
The West Coast sweep has swept us right back to the East for some old-fashioned short-track madness, with week 1 of 2 landing us here at the last greatest Coliseum on Earth. Good afternoon, race fans. I'm Mikey McBlam, your commentator and driver of the number 22 Money Lion Mustang for Roger Penske Racing, and the fans are stacked high to the sky, ready for this afternoon's brawl. 38 gladiators armed with 4,000 pounds of metal and muscle are about to get it on here in the Thunder Valley. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble. McBlam Racing welcomes you to the NASCAR Xfinity Series running of the ALSCO 300 here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. If you enjoy this content, please be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on weekly NASCAR racing content during the real-life NASCAR season. Christopher Bell is back out front again as this week's NASCAR Heat 4 Pole Award goes to the number 20 of Joe Gibbs Racing. This being his third pole of the season, he hopes to start some new momentum here at Bristol after several mid-pack finishes. And speaking of the pack, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for NASCAR Xfinity Series racing here in the Valley of Thunder. Joey Gase's times are slower than normal, which I don't know how slow that's going to be, but he's going to be in the back along with Chase Briscoe, who forfeits his qualifying position, leaving us to start P37 on the inside lane, but it's going to be Christopher Bell and Justin Allgaier who are going to lead the future stars to the line. Green flags in the air, let's bring the noise at Bristol.
You got room, you're clear. Got one peeking outside.
First lap of the race is complete. Christopher Bell out front to a commanding lead immediately as we go to the inside of Mike Harmon. Last week's pole winner finished up in the top 10 at Texas. Was kind of hoping that 74 would be up there, maybe running towards the front. He's had some, remember we raced for him last year here at Bristol at this very race, being our actual first Xfinity Series win as Chase Briscoe dives to the inside. Mike Harmon tries to follow him on through. That kind of traps us to the outside. Harmon gets sideways. We get up into the wall. Contact with Earnhardt. McLeod goes on by. Oh, Earnhardt sideways. Craziness already happening here at the back of the field at Bristol as we give a big old tap to Mike Harmon. Not necessarily pleased with him, but we're actually a little bit miffed with that 98 car right now, who absolutely just dive-bombed the corner there. This is one of those things like our patience can really be tried here at Bristol. And starting at the back is not necessarily the best course of action, as you can get stuck behind some really slow cars here, but we should be able to pick our way through the field pretty quick now. Ooh, almost got to the back of BJ McLeod there. But I'm going to have to go to the inside. Cesar Baccarella is kind of holding up the top lane right now. Maybe I can squeeze in the middle. Don't need to. McLeod gets the run on the inside. But we've got to go. Christopher Bell's starting to catch up to the back of the field right now, so we got to go ahead and start making moves. The last thing we need is to go a lap down, as we got 12 laps to go. Christopher Bell out to a very commanding lead. BJ McLeod not wanting to give up this spot easy. That's all right. I don't blame him. But we have got to go as we get around Morgan Shepherd. 11 laps to go on the stage. Oh, no! I believe that was Tommy Joe Martins, perhaps? I'm not 100% sure. That was either Tommy Joe Martins or I couldn't see because of all of the smoke, but problems for possibly the 99 car. Unfortunately, no replay for me to actually see what exactly happened there. But we're under caution. Not going to be many laps to go when the green flag flies. That actually helped us quite a bit. Green flag is back in the air for stage number 1. Probably only have 2 laps to go. Vinnie Miller did not go on the start. So there's going to be 7 to go here at the stage. We're going to try to get as many spots as we can. Up to 26. Christopher Bell still out front. I know Christopher Bell probably didn't want to see that caution come out because he was out to a very commanding lead. And there is Tommy Joe Martin, so that probably wasn't Tommy Joe who had problems. He seems to be running just fine for right now. Or maybe it was just an incident that caused him to spin out. He never took tires, so he's going to be doing all right. Myself and Chase Briscoe trying to navigate our way through the pack here. Chase Briscoe looking 3 wide, tried to get there for the top 20 spot. So we got 4 laps to go on the stage. Look at Briscoe go. Oh. Man, he's holding us real tight off the corner there, and I've got Garrett Smithley in front of me. Of course, 3 laps to go on the stage. Garrett, oh, the back of the 0 car. We got right into the back of Garrett Smithley. I tried to stay off of him, but he was completely sideways through the turn there. He somehow saved it. But Ray Black Jr. was keeping us real tight to the walls. We give him a little bit of a tap, showing a bit of displeasure. He gets a little bit sideways. We're going to go 3 wide, ladies and gentlemen. Try to get our way into the top 20. Maybe we can do it before the stage is over. White flag for the stage. Christopher Bell is going to come off turn number 4. And he is going to win stage number 1. Can we get P20 to the inside of Jeff Green? No, we can't. Stage is over. We finished the stage in P21. The stage win goes to none other than Christopher Bell, who desperately needed a good run this go-around. You have Justin Allgaier in second. Cole Custer, John Hunter Nemechek, and Greg Galding will round out the top 5. Tyler Reddick, Justin Haley, Noah Gregson, Brandon Brown, and Josh Williams will round out the top 10 for the stage. And we're going to go ahead and stay out, see what this car is going to be like on old tires.
We got to do what we got to do.
Here we go. Green flag is back in the air. Stage 2 is underway. Christopher Bell's going to lead them down into turn 1. Thought about going 3 wide to the inside of Elliott Sadler there, but thought better of it. Racing side by side with Jeff Green, trying to work our way into the top 20. Now to the inside of Jeremy Clements. Not a whole lot of places for us to go just yet. We got to be a little bit careful, be a little bit patient here. We've got a bit of a cushion, so we're not going to go a lap down as quick. We're also around faster cars, so that should help us out quite a bit. We're going to look 3 wide inside of the 10. Ross Chastain on the outside. Oh boy, he is not letting us go. We're still 3 wide. Oh, contact with the 10 car.
Hello, you big...
We managed to clear both of them. Up into P17. Big run on Brandon Jones and Kaz Gralla. Kaz Gralla gets really loose. Almost gets up into the 19 of Brandon Jones. Man, these guys... These guys are struggling on these old tires, man. Oh, come on, Brandon. You were running the top this whole time, but you know what? I don't blame you all that much. He really needs to get around Kazgrala, and the best way to get around him seems to be around the bottom. We're going to get to the inside of Kazgrala, maybe to the inside of Brandon Jones. Ooh, slight contact, little bit of rubbing here at Bristol, never hurt anybody. We're up into the top 15. We got a lot of damage on this car. We got to be a little bit more careful here as we get to the inside of Josh Williams. Christopher Bell's just in a zip code of his own, getting no pressure from the number 7 of Justin Allgaier right now. We got Ryan Sieg and Michael Annett battling side by side. I just got to lift so much. I'm so not used to doing this. Here we go. 3 wide inside of Sieg. Still 3 wide. He's still fighting back on the outside. We're rubbing down into turn number 3. We clear him off of 4. Clearing the number 1. 10 laps to go in stage number 2. Okay, now we can finally possibly make some moves here. Really try to put some time on these guys behind us because they're not going to have anything for us. Now I can kind of run the car moderately hard. I've got some worn tires I got to worry about here. Gonna look to get by Justin Haley here. Whew. Haley a little bit loose off of turn number 2 that time. Going to be a little bit patient getting around Haley. Go to his inside. Clear him off turn number 2. Now I'm going to see if we can get to Tyler Reddick. 7 to go in stage number 2. I'm not necessarily going to hate life if I finish P11, but I do want to get up there as quickly as possible. There's the 98. Finally caught back up to him. And dive to the inside of Tyler Reddick. We're not going to wreck Tyler Reddick this year at Bristol. Oh, look at the move by the 8 car. Zane Smith splits the number 35 through the middle. Now we're going to look to the inside of Tyler Reddick. Reddick fights back on the outside, but that's all right. We should be able to get him off of turn number 4. Nope, not quite. He's fighting back. 4 to go in the stage. Oh, Brandon Brown being held up by the 18 of Jeffrey Earnhardt. Not a good run for Earnhardt after a really, really good run at Texas. There was nowhere for the 2 to go. He just kind of backed out of that. 3 to go. Christopher Bell, just an absolute dominating performance here at Bristol. We're going to try to get around Brandon Brown as quickly as possible. But it looks like we might get held up by lap traffic. Can we go to the outside of Cesar Baccarella? Ooh, Brandon squeezed it in there. Baccarella puts us in the wall. That might have been because of Tyler Reddick making a move to the bottom. I can't necessarily blame Baccarella 100%. So we got the white flag, and we just kind of nudge Austin Hill on out of the way. Christopher Bell comes off turn number 4 and wins stage number 2. We're going to finish stage P10 behind Brandon Brown and Chase Briscoe. So both of us has made our way back to the front after starting towards the rear. Like I said, Christopher Bell is your stage winner, followed by Cole Custer. Justin Allgaier falls back to 3rd. Hunter Nemechek and Noah Gragson will round out the top 5. We got Zane Smith, who was making some bold moves here in stage number 2. Greg Alding, Chase Briscoe, myself, Brandon Brown, and myself round out the top 10 for the stage. We're going to go ahead and bring it down. 4 tires fuel. Not going to make any changes to this car. But I'm telling you what, the field is trying my patience. Really trying my patience. We fall back to 13 after having to repair all of that damage. Christopher Bell's going to lead him to the line. Stage 3 is underway. Ooh, aggressive run on the start there. Thought about going to the inside of Jeff Green for P13. Oh. Allgaier. Allgaier sideways gets into Jeremy Clements. Gregson fights his way on through. He's sideways down the front stretch. Oh man, Allgaier got into the back of Jeremy Clements. Clements was sideways, Allgaier sideways. Gragson just about wrecked it. And we have Garrett Smithley up here in P12. Ooh, some big contact there with Smithley. And here comes Justin Haley, who looks to want a challenge for the, oh man, the 12th position. I'm not sure what's going on with Gragson. That was a big old slow up there. Here comes Haley looking to the inside now. We're going to have to run the top of the racetrack. Haley's going to go on by us. Oh, Allgaier, where was you going, buddy? That may have been more my fault than it was Allgaier. Allgaier gathers it back up. But Justin Haley's trying to make some moves now. Yeah, that was probably more my fault. I didn't necessarily know that Allgaier was there. I was going to try to cross Haley over, but yeah, that just wasn't going to happen. We really need to get around Noah Gragson. We just can't go anywhere, man. We're just, we're stuck. We're just really stuck. We just got nowhere to go. And I'm trying my best not to, like, bulldoze my way through these guys, but they're just seriously in the way. We try to go to the top here. Gonna try to go to the top once again, right up against the wall. Can we get to the outside of the 9? Oh, he squeezed up against the wall to get there. Scrape the wall once again, trying to get around Jeff Green for the top 10 position. Come on, baby. Here we go. All right, up into P10, 22 laps to go in the race. Now to the inside of Elliott Sadler. We just blow the doors off the number 10 car. Brandon Jones is currently next on the list. But how about that 20 car, man? The 20 car has been running mid-pack for the past few races and has just not shown the speed that he was once showing early on in the season. All right, come on, Brandon. I need you to get out the way now. But yeah, the 20 was just not showing the speed he was showing earlier on in the season. Now, here at Bristol, just absolutely dominating. Trying to get himself a win in the 2022 seasons. We clear Brandon Jones going into coming off turn number 2. Oh, Chase Briscoe sideways. He's back up the racetrack. We crash in turn number 2. Caution is out. Absolute disaster strikes here for us at Bristol. As you see, Briscoe just gets way sideways. And he tries to correct it and overcorrects it right into us. There was just nowhere for us to go. I tried to give him plenty of room. On the top. I saw him getting a little bit squirrely, starting to smoke, and yeah, there was just nowhere for me to go. On board with Chase Briscoe right now. You see, now he's starting to smoke, so yeah, you see him just, it looks like he was trying to get down into pit road, and the car just started to snap around on him, and it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate, but golly, this is not what we needed. Thanks,
Chase Briscoe. Appreciate that.
That is not what we needed. Oh, we're going to have to come down pit road, fix this damage, and just do what we can. Oh, this is... All right. So we only fell back to 27th, but there just aren't a lot of laps to go in this race. I think these guys can make it all the way to the end, but here we go. Green flag is back in the air. Christopher Bell is going to lead him down into turn number 1, and we have got to go. 15 laps to go in this race. Here, dive bomb in full effect here with the 13, John Jackson. Ooh, big contact. We're really trying to rough up the 13 here. He tried to make the move on the inside, and we just had none of it. Oh, we're going to try to get up there as far as we can, but I'm just not sure of what we can do. The goal was to finish in the top 5. Can we get there with 13 laps to go in the race? Now going to work our way around Josh Williams, but man, we've just got so much traffic to work our way around. We're going to have to go 3 wide in the middle. Ooh. Come on, Kaz. There's a bunch of room up there. I need you to go up there. Oh, Josh Williams sideways. That lets us get to the bottom of the racetrack. We're going to go to the high side around Mike Harmon. And, whoa, what's going on with Tyler Reddick? Tyler Reddick has fallen way back. Am I missing something? There's just nowhere to go. Oh, going to go to the inside of Reddick. Oh, he made contact with the 0 car. Oh, man, this is holding us up big time. This is holding us up big time. Oh, another tap to the back of Reddick as he goes to the inside of Mike Harmon. Oh, come on, Mike. Mike! I drove for you. I won for you, Mike. Why do you do this to me? 9 laps to go in the race. Oh, there's just nowhere to go. I'm like 3/4 throttle all around this racetrack right now. Oh my gosh, just nowhere to go. We gotta go to the inside. Finally get to the inside of Mike Harmon. Gonna try to work our way around Jeff Green. Nowhere to go as of yet. Into 14th. Inside of Annette. Inside of Elliott Sadler. 7 laps to go. Ross Chastain is next on the list, currently running P11. We're going to try to run this car as hard as we can. We can't afford. We cannot afford to lose this chance for a top 5 finish because we will not get a chance to do this at Richmond. An absolute disaster caused us to fall all the way back to into the back of the field. 5 laps to go. Inside of Brandon Jones. Come on, stay up high, Gregson. Oh, of course not. We do get to the inside of Gregson. 4 to go. John Hunter Nemechek. John Hunter Nemechek takes over the race lead from Christopher Bell. I'm not sure when that happened, but I'm just now noticing it. Does he have what it takes to hang on? We need to get around Justin Haley. Cole Custer falling back. This is one of the times I actually expected them to go to the low side. Cole Custer stayed up top. Oh man, here we go. Oh wow, they are within our sights. 2 laps to go here at Bristol. Can Hunter Nemechek hang on as we're trying to work our way around Morgan Shepherd, trying to get around the lap traffic. Up to P6. White flag in the air. One more time around. Oh. The 08 is right there. Gray Galding. Are we going to be able to make our way around them? P5 within our sights, side by side. We couldn't get there. We finished P6. And John Hunter Nemechek, out of nowhere, wins the race.
This is what happens, I guess.
Alright guys, so here are the race results for the ALSCO 300 Linen and Rental Services at Bristol Motor Speedway. John Hunter Nemechek with the upset win. The absolute upset win, taking over the first place from Christopher Bell, who pretty much led this entire race. Won both the stages, but not the most important one. Zane Smith in that 8 car running 3rd. Okay, pretty good for the Junior Motorsports team there. Justin Allgaier in 7th. Again, good on Junior Motorsports. Gray Galding is in the top 5. Talk about it later. We ran 6th. 7th is Brandon Brown. 8th is Cole Custer. 9th is Justin Haley, rounding out the top 10. is Noah Gragson. And here is the rest of it. You pick out your favorite driver. Mike Harmon up there in 13th. Mike Harmon out there, you see, last year, remember last year we ran that car here at Bristol, got our first Xfinity win technically. But we ran that car here. He got something figured out here for Bristol. He had that same setup in there. He was good to go. Mike Harmon was running. It's just, Mike, I'm going to need you to stay out my way from now on, though, buddy. I'm going to need you to stay out of my way. Jeff Green, not a bad run for him either, but also Garrett Smithley. Almost a top 20 for him. Not a good showing for Ray Black Jr. BJ McLeod is the first car one lap down. We had 27 cars finish on the lead lap, which is pretty unheard of for Bristol. And we have Chase Briscoe, obviously. We know all about that. And Timmy Hill are out of the race. Timmy Hill, I'm not sure when Timmy Hill fell out of the race. I think maybe during that first caution, that first wreck. I think that was him. And then, I mean, post-commentary Mike probably already told you. But yeah, we know what happened with Chase Briscoe. We will talk about that later. Christopher Bell led the fastest lap of the race with a 15.944. I could have beat that, Christopher. Also led the most laps of the race, as I said. Just an absolute dominating performance for the 20 car after starting out front. On the move, 37th to 6th, but still not the place that we wanted to finish. And Morgan Shepherd was the tough break of the race. 22nd, finished 35th. I don't know about that. I'd say there were a few other tough breaks here, but I've finished in the top 10. Not technically a tough break for me, but anyway, moving on. And here are the point standings after Bristol. We still maintain the points lead, extending our points lead this time. 59 points ahead of second place Cole Custer. Noah Gragson moves his way up into third. Tyler Reddick in fourth. Chase Briscoe will round out the top five. Still waiting to hear from you there, Chase. Ray Black Jr. in 6th, 7th is Brandon Brown. He's fallen back. Still running good. That's the thing. The 86 car is still running good. Don't count him out. He is still running well. He's about 220 points back. He's about a win away from being, catching back up. But, he's still running good. Getting some good top 10s in there. So consistency is the key. John Hunter Nemechek, after his win today, moves into 8th. Rounds out the top 10. No, I'm right. 8th. I'm sorry, reading the wrong cell number there. Justin Haley in 9th, and Christopher Bell will round out the top 10. Let's see. I'm curious as to where Mike Harmon. Yeah, Mike Harmon is. Well, Mike Harmon is still 27th. Was he 27th last week? I feel like he was still... No. Mike Harmon was further down. It was Morgan Shepherd and Mike Harmon. They were like 29th and 30th, right? Or something like that. And now Mike Harmon is up to 27th. Morgan Shepherd actually fell back to 33rd. So that's unfortunate. Austin Hill is just having the worst go of it. So is Joey Gase, which, I mean, it's no surprise, but Garrett Smithley is actually not doing awful, as awful as I expected him to do anyway. He's up here 22nd, just outside of the top 20 in points, so he's not doing as bad as I thought he was going to be doing, but he's still got a ways to go, and yeah, yeah, he was another one that was in the way during the race. But yeah, I'll get to all that here in just a second. So, Bristol. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, that's just at the end of the day, it's one of those things where this is why racing is unpredictable, right? Because I thought, like, okay, yeah, he's just down there. He's losing it, so I went way high to make sure I gave him plenty of room to like try to catch it. I didn't know if he was just getting loose or whatever, right? But yeah, his car snapped back up the racetrack, and I was just there. I was just there. There was nothing I could have done to avoid that, and that not only cost us the top 5. That also cost us the win, because we would have won this race. we would have won this race. This car was so freaking hooked up, man. I just had nowhere to go. I had absolutely nowhere to go at times, and patience only goes so far. I mean, patience, you gotta have a lot of patience at Bristol, but at the same time, you don't want to get lapped. And Christopher Bell was coming up quick. He was coming up quick, and I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta make some moves here. I gotta be a little bit more aggressive here and stuff like that. And then it's just something I just can't stand. It's just like the AI will just dive bomb it down to the corner. And you saw that with John Jackson. That I was not having it. I was really tempted to just run him into the inside wall, but I didn't want to. Yes, it would have brought out a caution. Yeah, it would have stacked the field back up. But the problem is it would have also wasted laps, and I would have had less time and stuff like that. But yeah, it just this is one of those things, man. We should have won. Heartbreak 2 weeks in a row, man. 2 weeks in a row. The first one, totally my fault. The Texas was totally my fault. Bristol, I mean, it is what it is. I came here prepared to win, but I just couldn't get any free track. A lot of cars all around, and then lap traffic being lap traffic actually just made things so much worse, because you got slow cars being around fast cars, and it's a mess, right? And I'm trying not to go three wide, because if I go three wide on the outside, I have a good chance of getting stuffed in the wall. Noah Gragson gave me a lot of room there, which I appreciate. Noah Gragson gave me a lot of room to pass him on the outside, despite us being three wide, right? He gave us plenty of room, so I appreciate that. But I just know from experience, trying to pass three wide on the outside is a good way to get yourself stuffed in the fence. And I was trying to avoid that. That's why I tried to avoid those really high, going three wide and running all the way at the top and stuff. So, but it was just, people were just in the way, man. We never really got clean racetrack to really run. Some fast laps. We would get maybe a couple of laps of rest, and then boom, we're here again, trying to work our way around somebody and who might chop us off in the corner, which, like I said, the later on, I got one of those short track tempers, man. The later it gets in the race and the more I'm trying to go, and to have somebody who's obviously slower than me just come down and chop me off, that's the problem I have with Mike. That was the problem I had with Mike Harmon. It was like Mike Harmon's running the top, and all of a sudden he's just like, oh, I'm just going to block this lane now. And I'm like, bro, don't. So very, very disappointing. Very, very disappointing finish. We have probably, again, I don't want to, discount anything, but next track is Richmond. If you've played this game, you know how Richmond is. And you know how it's going to be the AI or OP. So, and yeah, I'm going to be coming from the back, so it's not going to be that terrible. But the odds of us getting a top 5 here at Richmond on Legend difficulty is coming from the back is likely not going to happen. It's just likely not going to happen. So that I don't feel as confident in that incentive contract right now. I could have done, if I had done it here, I was mere inches away from getting it. If I'd have got the one at Bristol, then Talladega would have been, I felt pretty confident about Talladega, as long as I didn't, blow the pit road entry or something like that, like I did at Daytona. But yeah, just trying to do that at Richmond is just one of those things that it's likely not going to happen. It's just not. So, but I'm going to go there. I'm not going to worry about the incentive contract. We lose out on $74,000. I mean, we got over $2.5 million in the bank, or got just under $2.5 million in the bank. It's going to be just fine. We got 77,000 people who apparently still like us for whatever reason. I wonder if you lose fans. Is that a thing in NASCAR Heat? Do you actually lose fans? Let me know in the comments down below. But I don't think it is. I don't think it's like NASCAR 05 or anything like that, where you can gain and lose depending on what your, status is and stuff like that. But Oh man, just 2 heartbreaks in a row. That's hard to take, man. That's hard to take. The first one was just all me. That was just me running out of talent, and well, you saw someone run out of talent, and it cost what happened? I ran out of talent, cost Justin Allgaier the win, right? You get Chase Briscoe that runs out of talent, and he cost me the win because I was gonna win. Yeah, like there, I was trucking up through that field so fast. I was like Kyle Busch status, man. I'm like, yeah, I got this. You know, caution comes out, I've definitely got it because nobody's got me on speed. So it was just a matter of time. It didn't matter what happened. The problem was that the caution would have came out. It was just I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. So that's racing. That's racing. We still got the points lead. We gotta think about big picture here. We gotta think about big picture. We're gonna try to do our best to run our best at Richmond. You know, maybe we'll get a top 10, maybe we won't. I know it's really hard. So I would be looking forward to the challenge if I got the top 5 here. But now, you know, I'm gonna lose that. It's just kind of like, it is what it is. But anyway, that's all I got for today, guys. I'm going to go ahead and call it quits. It's time to go. It's time to go. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning into NASCAR Xfinity Series Racing here on McBlam Racing. If you enjoy these races, I do them every weekend following the NASCAR Xfinity Series IRL. So be sure to subscribe, click the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. Leave a like on the video, comment down below, #robbery. Hashtag Highway Robert Downey Jr. My gosh, I got robbed. I got robbed. Absolutely devastating loss here. Absolute devastating loss. Anyway, I'm going to rest my voice, shut up for a little while because I'm still a little bit under the weather. But thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you next Friday, I believe, at Richmond. Okay, so this glitch does exist in the NASCAR Heat 4 video game. I didn't think so. I thought it was only in NASCAR Heat 5, but you see that Christopher Bell actually has a problem with us in the tweet, but we only get complimented and insult. We're supposed to either get apologize or provoke, essentially, if they give you something like that. So apparently Christopher Bell tweeted something else because I don't remember ever getting into Christopher Bell at all. I didn't race with him. I was nowhere near him. So yeah, he was up front. So this was obviously supposed to have seen something else, unless he's out here just trolling us, which is very possible. Christopher, we're gonna have a talk, buddy. So obviously I had a lot of apologizing I had to do after this race. Cole Custer was just kind of like victim of circumstance there. Brandon Jones, I'm pretty sure there was something else going on there when I got into him. Don't quite remember. There was just a lot going on in that particular race. Matt Mills, I don't know. Something happened between Matt and I. Something happened between Brandon and I. Cole Custer was just a victim of circumstance. I shouldn't have hit him whatsoever. That was just me being pissed off at that particular point. He did not deserve that. Still waiting for my tweet from a certain somebody who might have fricked up during the race, who might have hoed me out of the way on like lap 2. Who might have, ran out of talent trying to get to pit road and took me out in the process. I'm still waiting for that tweet. You know who you are. You know who you are.